everyone and welcome back to another Sims 4 building challenge. Today I'm going to do something slightly different. I've done something similar where I got inspired by just natural objects to create a house. So like no synthetic materials, but what if we do the total opposite? What if I just totally ruin everyone's day? Now I know there's kind of no physical way of making every single thing plastic because we just don't have that. That is not a possibility. But even looking at such things as like this metal, you know, maybe in kind of like a vivid color, that already looks to me like something that could resemble some plastic. We've got some quite intense, interesting textures, even though it may not be just plastic. I think we could make this work. Even just say like wallpaper, you know, in the wallpaper category, that to me seems a little more synthetic. So maybe that's the words that we can use to kind of okay all of this, you know, like that's synthetic, you know, because it's got wallpaper. No one came in there and painted those leaves, I'd like to think. Obviously then for the inside of the house, this will be a little bit easier because we've got things like just say this chair. We've got this beautiful contender, you know, we've got things that we could definitely like, even metal, I'd say I'm going to add into this category. But obviously we cannot use things like this wooden chair. Obviously that chair is painted a beautiful, magnificent color, but it is still wooden underneath. And I don't really want to use that. I would go for maybe something like this instead, you know, obviously, even though I bloody hate that chair, but still, you get the idea, you get the concept. I think it would be very interesting to make a weird little quirky, kind of almost kitsch feeling house. I've been doing that a lot recently, but I kind of wanted to create something, I was gonna say spooky, but maybe actually at the end of all this will feel kind of spooky. I don't want this house to be too big, so I will create a very small little thing. I'm almost thinking, what if we do something like this, right? But then we also have like a little balcony. How fun would that be if we had like a little balcony up on this place? Oh, balcony, she says, but what kind of synthetic material balcony do we use? Is glass an option? Obviously, every single thing can be a natural material. But maybe things like metal and glass I will allow, just kind of like no wood vibes. I'm not sure. I really don't know what to do, actually. Like I could do something like this. This seems like it could be an interesting contender. So for the roofing then as well, we would do something similar. Like we would use something like that. I think that would be very interesting. Wow, what a lovely little roof. Corrugated metal vibes. That's actually a very common thing in Ireland. People like go for like corrugated metal on the top half of the build, and then the bottom is like white. I don't know what that is about, but they do that. And I don't know whether it's like a converted barn feel, but literally that is something that people, I was gonna say people in The Sims, no, people in Ireland do with their builds, which I kind of like that idea. Maybe I'll do something like that here, but we'll actually incorporate a color. Maybe we could do yellow or maybe orange. Actually, orange is less in your face a little bit. Wow, what a stunning little home, don't you think? Yeah, you shouldn't think. That is such a weird little house. Oh my god, what am I doing? I guess I could do like brown at the bottom. That's not a bad idea. And it kind of matches like the top little trim. Why do I kind of love this? What is wrong with me? I don't want to use too much like stone and concrete and brick because obviously that is very natural to me. So I don't really want that, but I'm almost thinking maybe tile could be an option for us to use as well. And weirdly enough, actually, when I was in Japan, we did see quite a lot of like, not brick, sorry, tiled homes, like buildings in general, which I thought was so interesting and kind of like a weird concept. I'm not sure whether I could bring myself to doing something like that, but actually I'd love to make like a city like Tokyo old like apartment block. That would be really cool, but I don't know whether I can bring myself to doing that here. Unless I do pink. Oh god, no. Wait a second. I'm losing the vision. Or else I could do this. That is such a weird design, isn't it? Okay, I'm really loving this house because I'm finding that there's so many like of those orange swatches that really match this corrugated metal. Like these gutters, like they're from Get Together. How are they matching Eco Lifestyle so perfectly? Also, I like the idea of having like a little, I was gonna say pelican. What? Windmill, Sandra, windmill. But I think there's something kind of cute and cozy about this. So maybe let's figure out the layout before I go any further decorating the outside of the house. So I guess what we could do is we could do an entrance kind of here, I guess. Would that be an option for an entrance? I guess so. Although, wait, now, if I think about it, what kind of door will fit that stupid trim? Like, we could do a small door like this. Because technically, that is like, that looks kind of like metal and glass. But because we cannot have any wood, like, that's wooden, so we cannot do that. Like, we could do something like this, but, like, that's too big. Also, that looks like a shop window, you know? So we gotta be very careful with what we choose. And I bet you I'll still make a mistake. But maybe actually we could work with something like this. So then as you come in, what in the name of God do we do? Like, what do we do? I guess we do have an upstairs. So I'm thinking obviously like bedroom upstairs, maybe like a little office space upstairs as well. But I feel like almost we could have an office enclosed into the bedroom. So I could do almost like a mezzanine level. Okay, wait, now the stairs also have got to have no wood on them. So kind of the only things I could do would be either the old factory stairs or the modern floating stairs, which I kind of feel like maybe the modern floating stairs for now could be an option. But like, where do I make this work? I could like divide this space kind of nicely if I do, wait, now if I do this. So then upstairs you come in here and you enter the kind of office space, and here we'll have like the bed and then the entryway to your little balcony, and that's your office space. So then underneath here, I guess we could almost incorporate like a little bathroom. That could be an idea. As you come in, I guess we could have like a sitting room and we could just do kitchen dining over here. Yeah, I'm not too upset with this layout actually. I guess something like this could work. So like sitting room, kitchen, kind of like kitchen dining. I don't know what's going to go into that nook. That's a bathroom, like kind of under the stairs. Is that nice? I feel like there's something kind of weird about this space. I could do this because we could put a shower inside there and then have a fully functional bathroom. And I guess over here we could have like a nice little dining table. Yeah, that probably just works a little bit better. Something like that. Okay. Yeah, and then when you go upstairs, simply enough, you just got like your living kind of sleeping area, which is okay. The lighting in this game, honestly, what? Which one of you is it? Which one of you is making that lighting glitch? It's this one. That's so stupid. I really don't get it. Like, I just don't get it. I'll have to put you there. Yeah, whatever. That's cool, I think, isn't it? Yeah. It's not really though, is it? Okay, so then upstairs we've got to figure out the window situation. Now obviously a lot of windows are like wooden on the outside, so like the panes are wooden, but there is a couple. Yeah, I guess that is still wooden, but I like to think maybe if we pick a window that like if it's painted black, then it necessarily doesn't have to feel like it's a wooden window. You get me? Like we could play with illusions here. I know we don't have to be very literal, it is just The Sims after all. If I do that just looks like a shop front window, so that's a little bit stupid. If I do this, then that looks like wood, but it does really nicely match the orange, but that's not going to match the aesthetic. We could go for white windows and just be very weird and quirky. Then I was thinking, like, how do I add foliage? Because there's wood on that, so I can't add that. Oh my god. But I can add this, I suppose. Like, this is coming out of the ground, so that's not too much of a far-fetched idea. Maybe I could add something like that here at the front, and then maybe we could just have like a small little window here. Although, how am I going to lay the bathroom out? If I do the shower inside this nook, logically I'd want there to be a toilet. But actually I could do toilet and sink and then put a window here. I guess that wouldn't be too much of a bad idea. I just want like a small little window like here, I guess. Yeah, not like the best, but I guess that could be okay. Then down here, I almost feel like I don't want any windows either. So why don't I just actually go for more kind of like greenery and stuff? Because maybe we could almost like put down maybe one of these as like a little privacy bush that it's like almost covering that bathroom window. I think that could be a fun little idea. Because like just because we don't have wood on the inside of the house does not mean we don't have like little cute little hedges and stuff, you know? I guess that's gonna look nice, hopefully, eventually. Yeah, so nice. Yeah, but I think over here this does look pretty interesting, so I'm kind of happy with that layout. Okay, so then the door will logically have to go. Oh, doors are wooden. What am I supposed to do? Is there like metal doors? Surely. Like there's this. Oh, okay, well I guess that's still kind of not right. Unless I just go for a door like this and oh, okay, that does look like wood. Glass into the bathroom. That's why we don't have many doors. But in this house, because they're all wooden and I can't really use wood unless I use that, but that is just absolutely hideous unless we just like don't value privacy. Oh wait, actually I could go for the frosted glass. Yeah, frosted glass, white little door. Yes, there we go. Because I'd like to think that maybe that's like plastic or metal or aluminium or whatever, you know, like you get the idea. That makes a lot of sense. And then we also will need another door into this room, or else maybe what if I go for like little archway vibes? I could do like a cute little archway situation. You know, archways are also wooden, but also I feel like these ones don't really give me a wooden vibe. It's actually these ones that give me a wooden vibe, but these ones I think you could kind of pretend that they're like aluminium or something. So maybe we could have like a little opened office, you know, it's just like a little afterthought of this room. They just put up the walls to kind of, you know, differentiate the spaces from one another. I don't know. I'm also using glass as the banister, which I think is a nice little look. I don't think I'm too angry at that idea. I really want to use this slidey door here, but I also wanted to use this at the same time. But like, is that a little stupid to have that there? Unless this is actually where we've got like a cute little table, maybe. Like I could put like a little table underneath there. Yeah, I feel like that would look really cute. Also, which bloody table? Because they're all wooden. I guess this one isn't. That's quite cute. Is there an orange? There's no orange chair like this. Oh, but there's one of them. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. That's what I'm talking. That's very cute. That's actually very cute. I love that. That's adorable. Okay, let's just focus on the inside for a while. So this is where I'll have my bed. So maybe we could do some nice windows like on this wall. Because like, wait now, if I'll be running the kitchen, I guess I could run the kitchen like this and then have like big windows. Yeah, on that wall. That could be an idea. But if I do 3 windows like this, right? And then upstairs, we just do like maybe 2 of these small ones. I could like overlay them on top of each other. Like it kind of makes sense because obviously like imagine this is a shipping container, 2 shipping containers put on top of each other. So like they were just cutting out square holes because it's easier to do square windows. So maybe we don't have that many windows in this house purely because it's hard to cut out holes in specific shapes. So I could almost like put these 2 together here as well. And like those are the only windows that we kind of have in the house to make it realistic. But we will make it like nice and overgrown just to make it feel like it belongs within this space, which I think that is like a pretty cute idea. If I just like create my own little thing there. Yeah, that's really cute. I love this. Okay, over here as well, I'm going to have to figure out the layout because I don't know where to put my windows. So now, couch. I guess if I'm looking at couches, in my head, the majority of them are synthetic because like it's fabric, which we're kind of okay with fabric, I guess. But I just don't want any wood on it. So like just say, like this thing will be perfect, I want to say. Obviously this spot on perfect, but I don't think I'm going to use that today. But like just say like this, no go. This, because it has legs that are made out of wood. No wood allowed. This has wood on it. So actually I cannot use that one because it has a bit of wood like around there. So no thank you. So there really isn't many that I could use. Like I'm not going to use this stone one unless I use this thing. This is proving to be a lot more difficult than I expected. Like I guess this thing kind of looks like it could work because I don't think that's made out of wood. But like what else do I use? I'm really struggling. Like I guess I could imagine that this couch is maybe put on like some little concrete slabs rather than wooden slabs. But like that I think has like wood on the bottom of it. This looks like a very cozy couch. I don't think there's many wood on it. Maybe we could use something like this actually. Maybe like even this swatch would be cute. Yeah, because I'd like to think that it's like, it's a synthetic kind of fabric material. So I think maybe that would be nice. Now, which way do I want to lay this room out? I kind of feel like I want to do this thing where I kind of create a living space in this corner so that as you come in, you're kind of like guided by this imaginary kind of like hallway situation. And then maybe we could have like a cool little reading nook here. Yeah, that could work. So essentially I could put some windows on this wall, but do I really want any windows in this space? I'm not sure. I feel like this must have been like a weird converted like shop or something. I'm not really sure what I'm feeling about this build. Okay guys, so I've worked a little bit on the outside of the house to make it feel like it's working because you know the drill. Sometimes I get these ideas out and I'm like, oh Lord, how is this going to be watchable for these people? So this is what I've created, and honestly the fact that I get to use these like little blow up things from Sims 1 technically in this build, I mean it just probably makes the most sense to do it in a plastic synthetic build. So I'm really loving it so far. We've obviously got a bit of glass and a bit of metal. This is what I've decided to do for the little dining table outside. I think it's pretty cute. I never use these tables, and the fact that I'm using them, these chairs, and the fact that I'm using them today, I think it makes it just like so interesting. We did a little bit of this in the back garden, which I mean, you've guessed it. We've got oranges. We've got orange. If you still think that maybe this like an item is wood, I don't really mind as long as oh no, it's plastic. Okay, never mind. I was about to say if that's made out of wood, then I'm sorry. I still think it's plastic, but no, that is definitely plastic. So we've got this as like the grill. I know there's like a little bit of wood on that, but just forget about it. Like forget about it. You've never seen seen it. The majority of this stuff is like zero wood. And if you see any plants that maybe have like a wooden box, it's fine. I think we'll be okay to like forget about that. But this is what the outside of the house looks like. And I mean, I'm obsessed so far. I think it's really cute. So let's move on into the inside, because the inside is going to be the difficult portion. I think I'm going to start off straight away with the kitchen, because I can see myself yeeting my computer out the window straight away when I start doing the kitchen, because all of these are wooden. Like there's nothing here that's not wooden besides this bloody thing. Like this thing is not wooden. Everything else seems wooden. This is metal, I guess, so we could work with that. But even like this industrial one, wooden. Yeah. Even like the tops of these are all wooden. Like I'm 90% sure. So like, what do I do? I'm not really sure. This is the only really like synthetic, although this is kind of giving me synthetic vibes, even though the side of that is wooden. Is there any swatch that would make me kind of, no, okay, that's very wooden. I guess not. Huh. Like this even, we almost had it with this one, but the bottom there is wooden. Actually, now that I think about it, if I was to do this is kind of giving me like plastic, polyester, like fake news, you know, especially in like a quite crazy color. Just say like, for instance, this color. Could I make this work? Is it a possibility? Have I matured enough to make anything work in this game? I don't know. Let's give it a quick go. Like, I just want to try. Like, am I capable of making something like this work? Because like, why do they make this color? Like, who do they expect to give this to and make them work, you know? Could do like a white fridge, or maybe just like gray to match the top of the countertop. I really like this fridge because it's really big and it like slots in there perfectly, leaving no gaps. This one then does leave a gap, but maybe there's a nicer color. Yeah, like I guess that kind of works. I don't know. I don't like the way those cabinets have like a backing to them because the stove doesn't. Wait a second. What if I do this? Is there a matching fridge? There has to be. Is it you? Should I do it? I mean, it's a plastic house. I could dare and do something like this. Wait a second. I'll even use like these. Okay, the colors of these are like glitching out. I feel like with the color of the fridge. Oh my God, why are the cabinets freaking out? Maybe I'll get rid of this one. What the heck? Why are you acting like this? I guess I could make it white and we'll just pretend that these are literally like a synthetic material. Like whatever material you think it is, that's what it is. Also, I feel like this window is glitching my fridge. So would I dare shuffle this up and actually do the fridge at the end here? Maybe that looks a bit better. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's different. It's most definitely something different. If I put stools here, can people still walk around? Not really sure, but do I care? Not really. See, also like stools, 90% of them are wooden. Actually, this new one absolutely perfectly matches with this kitchen. What am I doing, guys? What am I actually doing? Also, I'm not allowed to use wooden floor. So what bloody floor am I allowed to use? I guess I could do, oh my God, I could do this. I could do that, but that doesn't mean I should do that. You get me? Oh, why do I love it? Why am I obsessed? No, Sandra, calm down. But what maybe? No. Hold on. Like logically, I should go for like a big slate kind of floor vibe. Like even I could go for marble. Like I know marble is a stone. The marble flooring in this synthetic house. No. Feels too natural. We need like weird little cheap tiles. That's what we need, you know, like that kind of vibe. Why is this giving me like Sims 1 vibes? Like everything in this house is Sims 1 feeling to me. This tile is literally from Sims 1. Oh my God, I'm playing Sims 1. It's a bit weird. Oh God, but that kind of works though. Hold on a sec. I'm going to continue. I could add a little bit of like this blue on all of this wall as like a very, very fun accent. Okay. And then we could add just like a regular color. Because surely paint doesn't really count. Like surely I'm allowed to just paint a wall. Yeah, surely. So I can add like this green over here. Okay. You see? You see what I mean? I really hope you see. Yeah, I don't know whether that's walkable, but in my eyes, it kind of is. So I'm just going to forget about it. I'm going to put a bin right here. And I guess the bin that I'm going to use is this one because I've also used that one outside. So that makes sense. And then over here, I'll do like a small little dining table. Guys, I got this under control. Everything is perfect and everything is fine, I think. She says that as she gets to the dining table and is like, oh Lord, what do I use? We could use this. That's very plasticky, isn't it? Let's say use this thing. This one's pretty cool. I feel like I've been using this so much recently. Oh, wait, now, is that wood, though? I feel like the color swatches are not wooden, but if I was to go for the black, that is definitely wood. Yeah, okay. So if I pick maybe like a green color, could we like continue a little bit of like green vibes? Maybe if I put it like this on that wall, and then we can maybe try and incorporate like these plastic chairs and oh my God, what is going on? Yeah. I feel like this should not be working. Like, I feel like I need to be stopped, like ASAP. It should not be, this should not be a thing, I feel. Okay, why don't we use like actually nice curtains? Because like these are, okay, these are nice and we could just use them in like a very neutral color, and then I could just get like a double version for these. They are clipping over there a little bit, so maybe I'll just use those ones. I'm not too upset with those actually at all, because they almost have like a little bit of a blue tinge at the top. Do you see that? Am I making like Alien House? Like I'm feeling alien vibes from this, you know? Like alien vibes? Do we feel it or are we not feeling it? This is definitely the most interesting build I've done in quite some time. So I must say I'm really enjoying myself, but I don't know whether you guys would be enjoying this. You guys are probably like watching this like that. What is she doing? Somebody go in there and stop her, because she's stuck on picking out a sink. Like the sink should not be the most of my issues. Okay, why can I not pick out a sink? What's wrong with me? What about you? You've got some clutter in you. Wow. And you come in a blue swatch. I'm gonna do it. This is so bad, but at the same time, I love it so much. Guys, I'm getting a little bit out of hand with this. It's getting out of hang. Okay, what am I saying? I've added more lemons. I feel like you guys can be like, Sandra, stop with the bloody lemons. But I just need something on the center of a table, and I'm over the fruit bowl. I want a new and improved fruit bowl with lemons and apples in there, like proper nice looking. Anyways, whatever. Enough about the fruit bowls. But this is what we've got going on. So I've added more kind of like glass structures, because I feel like there's like the least amount of wood on this now. And I mean, if there is still a slight bit, I'm sorry, but like I'd like to think that maybe this isn't even wood. Like, can I maybe make this a little bit stronger in color? Yeah, I'd like to think that that is still okay. Same with this one, I think. Unless I maybe make it like fully white so that it looks a little bit more synthetic and plastic. But I still feel like the vibe that I'm trying to get with this is kind of coming across quite strongly. So I'm not too upset about it. And if I do make a mistake here and there, I think it still makes a lot of sense. Because logically in real life, if you were trying to use like literally no wooden tones, which is like totally a horrible idea, because like the amount of plastic and microplastics in your life living in this house would be disgusting. But this is The Sims, so nothing really matters and nothing really makes any difference. So it's all good, but it would still be very difficult to even find all of these items in real life and make them work, if you get me. So I'm not too upset if I do make a mistake here and there, but I feel like I need a more synthetic rug, whatever that feels. I mean, there is a thing called synthetic food rug, actually. That's quite disgusting, but I will not be using that one. I'm almost thinking something with like a very weird pattern, something that just seems very like fake. And like, I don't want to be offensive, but almost something like you would buy on Shein, you know, like that you would open the packaging and it would smell so synthetic that you would just turn into a little piece of plastic yourself. Like you're already ingested so much plastic by just opening that rug. You know, that's kind of what I'm feeling, but I can't really find anything like that here, which is almost like a good thing. I guess I could use this, but I also want to use that in the sitting room. So maybe I won't duplicate. I also really want to use this like little cloud rug. Is that weird? Yeah, it kind of is weird. Maybe I'll go back to the rug. Anyways, that is such a weird concept of a room that I've created, but I guess I'm kind of happy. Maybe let's work a little bit on this room. How am I going to merge these two together? I do not know. I'm kind of thinking maybe if possible to use some of this corrugated metal as a way to combine this, like the green coming into like this colorful room. I feel like that's our only way. And then I could add maybe like a pop of yellow on this wall. And maybe like a pop of like red or something on that wall. I did say I want to use quite a bit of not textures, what are they called? Wallpapers. So maybe I'll actually add a little bit of this pink kind of coming through, because the pink is working really nicely here with that really light green. Then it's being transferred to like this pinky reddy color, and then we've got a red. Yeah, I think maybe something like this is a pretty interesting feeling that I'm getting here. Yeah, keep telling yourself, girl, keep telling yourself, and maybe people will believe you. I think I'll add just like this regular kind of golden and white curtains. I think that would make sense. Now, I do want a coffee table, and that kind of scares me, that idea, because it's kind of hard to find one. But I could probably go for this, because the fact that this is like kind of like gold makes me think it's obviously metal, or else like a very fake gold, fake plastic. And then we've got glass, so that's okay. The floor over on this side of the house is making me a little bit upset. So I wonder, is there any way that I could change it? Like, I just feel like I need something less in your face since the rug is going to be like this. Or else then we could go with the total opposite and go like really in your face. But that is just clashing styles altogether. Oh, we could do a corrugated metal floor. Like, we could. No one's really going to stop us. Oh my God. Do I want to do this to myself? I mean, that kitchen looks fantastic. Like, is that teal or is it like an ocean? Like, what is it? Oh. Or wait, what if we do pink? We could do pink and break it up. Oh my God, I don't know what to do. Because like the pink kind of marries everything together, and it also acts, I think, as a slight complementary color to that teal. So maybe pink is the right tone that we want to take it in, because we also have got the pink couch. Then the couch is an orange rug. Then the orange transcribes to the yellow wall. Oh, I don't know. Does that make sense? I don't really know at this point, but I guess this is a plastic house and that's what I wanted. I definitely want to use like this little stool here somewhere, so maybe I could like use that thing over here. Also, there is this chair, which I'm gonna bring that straight away up into the office. We'll definitely use that one in the office, even though like a desk chair like this is all synthetic material. Like the chair I'm sitting on, not a scrap of wood on that, so that could also be an option. Maybe I'll leave the two of them there and we can decide. I also really like the idea of like a cute little poof like this, because obviously there wouldn't be a scrap of wood on that either. This is just like definitely a synthetic material. So maybe we could like use that there too. Could that be a thing we could make work? I do not know at this point, but I'm sure we're all eager to find that out. Oh, wait a sec. This is cool. This is cool. Okay, and that yellow maybe kind of merges a little bit, but I feel like I need to push everything back now. Things are a little squishy. Things are a little weird. Maybe that's a bit better. Actually, you don't have to be that far away. Is that a bit better? I think so. I feel like I need like a big painting on this wall. I'm thinking then like a big mirror on that wall. As in like mirror goes here, like a big mirror. Like I just feel like that is screaming like plastic for some reason, even though it's a mirror and that's not really that plastic, but I don't know. What if I type in plastic? Plastic. What comes up when you say plastic? Oh, well, there is that. Oh God, no. How is this plastic? Plastic pumpkin? Oh, it's a plastic pumpkin. Plastic laundry basket. Oh, that's a plastic bin. Okay. And a plastic trash can. There's a lot more plastic in this game. I guess it would be nice if maybe one day we could get like a proper search overhaul where like this seems like a plastic item to me, you know, like things like that would be also considered plastic. Like that chair is plastic, like absolutely has to. Although wait, the wooden legs, that's plastic for sure. Surely. Also, that would be really fun to use as one of the chairs. What if I do like one of these and then a pink one? I'm doing it. Oh my God. Okay, I'm just working on this room slowly but surely, and I've created this little like underneath the stairs little reading nook with this trolley and the books on top of it. I think that is actually a very lovely little space. So far, I think we've got not much wooden vibes, so I think everything is okay. So now I'm going to go and pick out some of my favorite decorations, which are just say like this little thing. Like that is such like a stupid little thing, but I just love it so much. I don't know what it is about it. Like that with the little plant next to it, chic, crazy. We love it so much. I don't really get why. Oh, I really want to use this actually. Wait, now what if I put that there? I know the original color does have like wooden vibes, but I'm going to forget about that wooden vibe. And I'm going to, since it is painted white, I'm going to presume it's like a little ceramic little thing. So maybe that's not actually a bad shout. Makes it look a little bit better. Could I maybe create like a composition out of this? So if I just say, imagine this one like this, and then this little pink one next to it, kind of like that. Is that a possibility to make this look a bit better? I mean, not to say that it doesn't look good by itself, because I will use it by itself too, but what if I make something else out of it? I think that's interesting. That's a vibe. Okay, we love it. That would definitely stab your eye out, but that's not my problem. So we've got this. We need like a coat rack or something here. We need this to feel a little bit more like a welcome area, not like a what the heck did I just walk in on? Where do I leave? You know, like that kind of way. We need something nice here. So why don't I actually maybe add, actually the gold table would be cute, but maybe maybe if I do the smaller gold table, I know the curtain's clipping through it, forget about it. It doesn't matter. It's not that big of a deal. Let's then maybe put like a little plant on it. And I wish we had like a tray or like a key tray, like keys, phone, wallet, like that kind of thing. I wish we had like a small little tray like that. I guess I could probably mimic that myself if I find like a bowl. Wait a sec. I'm sure there is like a little ceramic bowl that would help me with this. Wait a sec. Like kind of like this thing, the forbidden cereal bowl. That's really funny. Wait now, could I use this if I make it smaller? Because that's very small. But this one does have interesting colors, so I could actually try and make this work if I put that next to it. Yeah, you get what I'm trying to say though. Like you just like shove your phone and your keys into that and you'd call it a day and you'd be very happy with that. I feel like also we need like a random curtain like here, like closing off the door. And I'm almost thinking about like this thing. Like the white it can be white. Like I don't mind what color it is, but just to kind of show you that you can close the door, as in like close for a bit of privacy. You get what I mean? Okay. I think that looks nice. So that is your little sitting room area. I guess there's nothing really here, but that's fine. You need space to walk in. So that is that. Let me do the bathroom. Like how am I supposed to do actually a synthetic bathroom? Everything is kind of synthetic because I guess I'm working with ceramics here as well, being a synthetic item. It's just obviously no wood. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Anyways, we could go for like a totally kind of crazy toilet as well. That could be an option. See, like all my life, I thought this toilet was meant to be like this. Is this toilet meant to be like this? So is that the case? Not sure. I prefer it like this. So same like with this toilet. Oh yeah, no, this one doesn't actually like, oh, you have to move that one individually yourself. Okay, never mind. Okay, whatever. Why don't we actually kind of break the illusion of everything and do a dark like black toilet? Like why don't we try and do something like that? Because everything has been so lovely and like colorful and vibey. We need just some black just to be like a little bit like calmer, you know, like just forget about everything. Everything is black. I know there might be a little bit of wood on that, but just forget about it. I think just like a nice black toilet would be a nice way to just kind of forget. Maybe we could even make it metal. I mean, that would be disgusting to step out with your feet, but whatever. And definitely like, oh, these tiles. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we've got something going on for us, but whether this thing should be going on, we're not entirely sure. Okay, black shower for sure going inside there. That is a very cool bathroom. I must admit, that's not that weird. Well, it is weird, but it's kind of cool. Of course, sleek bathroom kit. And again, because I've made this black in my head, there's no wood on it. Do you get me? So hopefully you guys will also understand what I'm trying to do here. It's not meant to be perfect is all I'm telling you. That actually has a lot more wood than I expected. So maybe I'll actually use the regular toilet roll for that. Probably would make more sense. I actually kind of want this mirror. I feel like there's something a little bit more synthetic in this mirror than the other because it's cut in such a weird way. Giving me synthetic vibes one way or another. You get me. You get me, guys. I don't have to explain myself to nobody anymore. You guys get me, and this is why I do these things. This is why I feel comfortable to do these wacky things because I know you guys will just get me and everyone will be happy. Well, some people won't be happy, but that's okay. We can forgive them for it. I actually really love this bathroom for some reason, and I feel like I need like a wacky, maybe like a very colorful painting to say that like that painting is the thing that sucked out all of the color out of this whole room. Oh, this. Now, guys, that is how you do a black and white bathroom. You give it some color with a painting. And I'm going to leave a saucer there. We're happy enough with the saucer. And then maybe for the curtain, I'll use this thing scaled down to show that we would naturally just pull that down. I love this bathroom. I don't know what you want me to say. It has got a weird vibe. It's got a painting that stole all the color. I think that's really cool. It's something like, it's giving me kind of like cartoony, comical animation vibes here. I don't know. There's something really cool about it. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit scared when I was starting this build. Actually, I really don't think I like that painting there. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna change it. When I was starting this, I was very worried and I was like, how am I going to really show plastic through this? Because I know that not everything in this game is literal. Like you can't do everything, I guess. You kind of have to use your imagination for quite a bit of it. So since I know there's no physical way of making everything plastic, I was like, how are these people going to understand my vision? But I'm looking at this house now and I'm really hoping that you guys are going to see the vision because I'm seeing the vision and I'm so happy with this house. I mean, I still have to do upstairs, but you know, we're almost there. I also found this item a while back when I was building, so I really want to use that somewhere. I've never used this object before and that's one of the main reasons why I want to use it. I don't know where, so I'm going to shove it into that room for a while. Let's figure out how to make a cozy plastic bedroom. What does those words even mean in your head? I do not know. Because how, like, I guess I could use carpet upstairs because that's like a synthetic material. It's not like a woolen carpet, you know. Of course it's not, you know. But what about the bed? A lot of these have wooden bed frames. I guess I could use this, but that seems still a little bit too cute and vibey. This is no bed frame, but when you look at the very, very bottom over there, I still feel like that's wooden. So what am I going to use? That's disgusting. That is wooden, but that is disgusting. I could use this, guys. I would like to think that all of this is metal. Wait a sec. Like if I go for like this swatch, is that wood or is that metal? Like that looks like a metal pipe to me. Is that metal or is that wood? I wish you could tell me what it was made out of. Wicker whims, woven wood accents. Okay. Handcrafted cane, weaved headboard made from rattan. Okay, this actually does tell you what it's made out of. Okay. So this is suggesting that this is wooden. All my life playing this game, well, all my life, I mean, since this thing came out, I always thought that that wasn't wood. I always thought that that was like metal, like a metal tubing. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Like that was like a gold metal tubing. No, my life has been a lie. I mean, that would be disgusting if all of that was metal though. But I don't know what other bed to use to make this make sense. Can I play with that illusion of that being metal, even though really clearly that is not metal and that is wood, because I don't really know what else to do. Like I guess I could use that. Like that is obviously metal. Okay, I'll try use this one. But if I'm not happy with the vibes, I'm gonna go for the other one and just pretend that it's metal and that it's not wood. Okay, what swatches are you going to give me? We could do black, right? We've got a black bathroom downstairs. We're not scared of black. It could be a color that we could work with. We could go with something kind of peachy vibed. I mean, we've got pinks and greens primarily going on downstairs. So I mean, upstairs, we can make it a little bit cozy through like golden vibes, peachy vibes. Now that I think about it, actually, this would be a lovely bedside locker for this. So that's not a bad look. If you think about it, this lamp to me looks like it's made out of like a metal vibe as well. Also, my little bedside clock. Absolutely made out of gold. Pure gold. This is what I see when I look at this alarm clock, you know? Pure gold. Okay, that's a bit of a bizarre thing to have. Oh, damn it. Oh, when you scale this whole thing down, he just becomes like a naked little cow plant. That's actually kind of cute. Anyways, I wanted to scale that down to put that on my bedside locker. Oh, this one does scale down. That would be like a fun little thing to have on your bedside locker, wouldn't it? Wait, now if I put these two next to each other, if you stay there and you can go a little bit further back. Is that nice? Kind of. Maybe I could just go for regular golden kind of accents here as well in this room. I think that would probably make a lot of sense. But still, then what do I do on the floor? Do I just go for carpet? That wouldn't be too much of a far-fetched idea. I could do red carpet. Like, that's very synthetic in my eyes, like red carpet. Like, who would want red carpet, you know, like that kind of way? Or else we could do like a nice earthy green. And then on the wall, we could incorporate more of like this stuff or that stuff. That's kind of cool, but the green carpet now doesn't work in my eyes. Wait a sec. What about like this purple carpet? Why do I like it? Oh, or the blue carpet? Why do I like the purple carpet? What's wrong with me? I think I'm losing my mind slightly. This may be time for Sandra to step away from the computer and just go breathe some fresh air. I'm liking this. I really love this plant, but I wish there was a way of like folding in its little leaves so that it fits and doesn't clip through every single wall we ever have been given on planet Earth. You know, it's kind of annoying me. I just can't seem to make it fit anywhere. Like normally with plants, you just like fold their little leaves up and they will just chill there. But obviously in The Sims, actually, that's not even that bad, but it's still annoying me, the fact that things are clipping through the walls. Like I don't care much about random clipping objects here and there, but when it comes to that, like that pisses me off. It pisses me off. I guess if we're talking synthetic, I should really use like these kind of plants. Like that's synthetic galore. Like how much more synthetic can we get, you know? And like this thing, what if I make an arrangement out of these? I'm surprisingly really liking that. Maybe to make it a little bit nicer, I could arrange that with them as well in a slightly more of a gold tone. Can you be any more gold, please? You can. It could also be yellow and purple. I like it. It's synthetic. It's weird. It's kind of funky, but it's doing something interesting to the space, I'd like to think. Maybe we could go for like a light up mirror. God knows why we would want to do that, but maybe we could make it purple also. Fantastic. Honestly, just bizarre and crazy. Maybe I'll actually do this wall as well as metal because it almost has it almost makes sense that all of these walls should be metal because the outside of them is metal too. Although I do not really like that. So maybe we could pretend that we insulated one wall slightly with something. And by insulated with something, I mean we used just paint. Oh God, no. God, no. I wish we just had like gold walls. Like I wish this came with like a gold swatch, like just gold. Like that would be fantastic. But that is not fantastic. Unless I go for like a yellow or just brown or white. Maybe the white actually isn't too weird. And then like this wall here, this was actually added on as a separate like afterthought. So I can make that bit purple. Okay, but I'm going to change this to gold though. Is this cool or is this not cool? I feel like it is cool, but now actually I'm imagining a little bit more of a finesse kind of finish here. Maybe something like this with little, okay, I was going to say nice wooden dresser. How do we use a dresser if it's not wooden? I guess these things. Oh no, that's still wood. Is there any non-wooden dressers? I mean, why would you want a non-wooden dresser to begin with? Actually, yes, there is, Sandra. Wait, now, Sandra knows it all. Hold on a sec. If I go into surfaces, I should be able to get one of these. Yeah, that's perfect. That's literally exactly what I want. Where I actually want this now, I don't really know. I kind of feel like I want it here more so now. But then what goes underneath this lovely mirror, God only knows. Okay, so this is what I've done in our little bedroom and I'm loving it. And I think so far, again, maybe if you would argue that thing at the bottom is wood, but I'd like to think it's not. It's plastic. Okay, it's plastic. Anyway, so this is our clothes area. This is this little area. So I've added a little rug because I just felt like, you know, synthetic rug on rug. What can we say? And it just ties in like that gold yellow kind of aspect. This is what I've done here, which I think is pretty cute. So we've got like somewhere to read. You could also argue that the bottom of this is wood, but because I've changed it to white, it almost feels like a little bit of a ceramic vase. But yeah, we've got that going on here. And I've actually changed the doors to the office from like the archway because I didn't really like the way the carpet just ended like that. Also, isn't it so crazy how I'm using purple carpet in this room? In general, using purple for Sandra. Wow. Congratulations. Sandra's doing something different. Anyways, we've got this thing that I haven't actually used anywhere yet. And I actually, now I'm thinking, should I not have used this over here? I feel like I should have. Like, if I want this thing to be used, if I don't use it now, it just won't be used. But like, what would I put into it? I guess I could move the doors over, right? And we just like shove that into the wall a little. Is it poking? No, it's not. I guess that could be okay. I could still leave the mirror here, but like, what am I putting in there though? Like, that's the problem. The whole problem is, why do I even want this to begin with? I think I just wanted it because I know I'll never use it. And this is obviously like blatantly, obviously like, I guess this is more so a metal object, but it could be like just plastic, just like cheap aluminium. I don't know. You get the idea. This is just meant to be all a little bit of, okay. You're telling me that out of all of this area back there, that's the only thing that will snap there? Come on. Please, don't be like this. Maybe we could do some books here. That looks ridiculous. I need to move things around. Actually, yeah, wait now. I could put the books there. If you let me just put a lamp in there, I will be happy. If not, I'm scrapping it. Okay, it does let you put a lamp in there. Okay, I'm happy now. Maybe I could put like this lamp. Oh, okay, not that one. The one lamp I want, it will not let you put it in there. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. What about this one? No. I'm going to put it in there anyway, though. Oh my God. Yeeted myself out of the house. I want you to be up there, and if you're not going to be up there, then just forget about it. Okay, that's kind of nice. Ah, screw it. I'll just leave that there. It's something different. It is kind of clipping or clashing with the door a little bit, as in like if you open it, you definitely smash that door on that, but that's not really my problem. Okay, so this is where we do the office. So I kind of want the office to be also a little bit crazy in the sense that like I've been doing a lot of really neutral, very chill vibed offices. Why don't we go a bit crazy with this one? Like, I mean, like hot pink floor crazy. Like we could do something like this on the floor and maybe also on the ceiling. And then the walls can be like a funky little wallpaper pattern. Okay, that's hideous. That's like a bit much. But you get the idea. We could even do something like this. What does that feel like in the room? Like, that's pretty funny. Like, that is... Okay, I do admit that is a wooden floorboard. Do we have that problem anywhere else in the house? No, I guess we don't. So maybe I don't want to bring in the idea of a floorboard into this. So maybe not that. God damn it. So I guess the only other logical solution would be to do maybe like this wall. Because like that doesn't have a floorboard, if you get me. Now I'm slightly confused about what should be used and what shouldn't be used. Unless I just do this on this wall too. Oh, I think I might do it. Do I want this chair Oh, we could go for like green, or else do I want like gamer girl vibe chair? I think green should definitely be a color here though, or else maybe the blue. Oh God. I just feel like since this is plastic, I should probably go for the plastic chair. Like logically, it just makes more sense. Also, desks are all wooden, aren't they? What am I going to use as a desk? Bloody hell. Okay. We could do this one, which this one comes with like a very interesting pink color, or green to match. Or just simple white would be an option as well. So we could go for this because obviously like I would imagine that those things are plastic over there. We've also got this thing. Oh my God, that looks moldy. Jesus. We've also got this thing, but like that's not it really for me, is it? No, not for me. Maybe for you, just not for me. Why do I kind of want to make my own table, but I don't really know what I would even begin with? We could definitely do this. Oh no, that's still wooden. Wow. Really thought that was plastic. There's this. That's an option. It's just like simple. No, maybe I'll go for this one. I mean, when else am I going to use this computer? Or sorry, this table? Probably never. So maybe could I make it pink to match? Or is pink a bit too much? She asks, is anything too much at this point? No, I'll go for white. I'll be normal. I'll go for white. What could I put above it? I want like a crazy painting. Oh, these. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Spot on. Now I want like a funky lamp, kind of like something like this. Maybe this one actually in an orange, just to bring in a little bit of a clashing vibe. Ideal. I'm going to bring in a little bit of an indoor plant because you just know me. I cannot live without some indoor plants. Maybe, is there like a funky color of this that I could use? Like with weird leaves? No, maybe just the green actually has nicer vibes. Okay, so that's your little desk space. Now I just need wall coverings, aka curtains. We could go for these green ones, which I actually am not too mad at these because they also have got a little bit of gold. And you know what I always say about gold? It just brings a little touch of finesse. Shame these are not like centering. I guess I could do this. Yeah, that's nice. I don't think there's any wood on them because like this is probably like plastic and that's gold, so that's like metal. Okay, love it. We all love it. Okay, looks like there's nothing else really I could put in this room, so maybe I'll have to create like a shelf scenario. Is there any other like funky kind of like surfaces, shelves that I could use? Like there's this thing actually. This probably would work quite nicely, and there's also a pink version, but maybe we probably just want white. Maybe we could put like a couple of funky things inside there. Oh, we could also use like this thing. Oh, wait, what if I use one of these, but also like one of these? Like we could kind of like merge them together. I don't think that's a bad look, personally. Just make it white. Oh, or purple. No, we'll make it white. We'll just like kind of calm the space a little bit, and we'll just put like random things in there. Like maybe this pink lamp can go here. That's adorable. We could have, I don't know, what could we have? I feel like we need like a desk kit or something. I feel like Lil Simsy's kit, I feel like that's the one that I need to get, because I feel like what I want is like a really nice fancy like cup of pens, like something like this, but obviously smaller, but like really nice, like contemporary cup of pens, if you get me. Like lemons, can I put lemons in there? No, I can't. Can I paint my lemons pink? That would be so nice. Just, you gotta admit, those yellow lemons, there's something so like fancy about them. Like it's giving me like literally pop art painting, you know? One of you guys suggested that I do, since I'm an artist and I went to art college, you suggested that I do an art style inspired build. So like every room is a different, like just say art period. So we could do pop art, we could do realism, you know, we could do classical, you know. I think that would actually be a really fun idea. So let me know what you think of that. Also, as we were speaking, I'm struggling to find things to put on that bloody shelf. Like, what's that about? What am I going to put up there? A mortar and pestle? Absolutely not. This chair is kind of cool and it is very strongly pink. So I feel like that would really balance out the pink on this side. I think that's pretty cute. Then I'm also just thinking of like a small little light up above it. Maybe just like this pink one as well would be quite fun. Although I actually don't think that one works quite nicely in this space. Wait, now what other lights can I use? Kind of running out of ideas really for this room. Would say it's not my strongest office that I've done in quite some time. I feel like I've done a better job on different offices, but it is still definitely, oh my god, why did I make that so big? It is still definitely something different, and I guess that is exactly what I'm trying to do with these builds, just make things slightly different, because it does really teach you a lot about building, and I think that's really fun. Okay, I'm giving up. Maybe I'll actually do a yellow because there's like a little orange lamp over there. So maybe we also need like a bit of a yellow one. We're a bit weird. We're a bit kitsch in this room. So we're all fine. I just need a small little rug now and we will be just golden. We will be happy. This one. Oh, the little fishies. We've got them. Okay, that is the room. That is what we've got. Okay, I've realized I've done no like overhanging lights. So maybe that's something we need to do. So absolutely we need, wait now, is there like a light blue? I guess, yeah, this thing could probably go here. I'm going to keep the saucers underneath just so we can see what we're doing. Then over here, I feel like I need kind of like something like this. Oh, that's fantastic. You got to admit, that's fantastic. There's no doubt about that. Oh my god, that looks beautiful. Glitches out my counters with the lighting over there, but I don't care. Over here, I'm thinking maybe like an orange kind of vibe. I know there's a very strong orange one of these. So that could be a fun look if we do this. Okay. I'm trying to like locate all the saucers. Then upstairs, I reckon I'll actually leave a saucer over here, right? We just don't really care about that space too much. But definitely like over the bed, I need something. And I'm kind of feeling gold vibes. Is there any way I could like incorporate either gold or purple into this space? I could do this. No. Or else this gold one, actually. Wait now. That's pretty fun. Yeah, that's pretty fun. It's gold. It's interesting. Okay. And then this room obviously needs like a very colorful light as well. Something kind of strong and kitschy. Maybe actually the green, to incorporate that green back into the space again. Maybe that's a fun look. Okay. That is lovely. Actually, lovely is a very strong word, but I think now we've completed everything in this no like wood, only synthetic plastic home. Oh my god, this was so much fun. You actually have no idea. Like, I know I always say, I'm like, oh my god, that was such a fun build. This one, I've had so much fun because it almost felt like I was playing Barbies or I was creating like a dollhouse. Also, that's a fun challenge I need to try, a dollhouse build. But it just felt like I was playing a different game because of all of these different textures that I'm not usually used to. It literally feels like I should be playing Barbies in this house. Like, it's just, there's something so very, very fun about this that it makes me want to play with this house now. I'm very interested to see what you guys will think about this. I am just going to put a small little doormat here because I think that makes sense. Also, I feel like we need a painting going up the stairs here. If we're going to be maximalist kitsch crazy, we might as well add a painting. A big paint. Not that one. This one. No, not that one. This one. No, not that one. Sorry. Really fancy painting? No. Lord above, why can't I add a painting? Maybe I don't need a painting there. Maybe this. We haven't used this. Yeah. This one. Yeah. Okay, there we go. We're done. Yay. So the one last thing we got to do is do a tour. Are you ready, guys? You should be because I'm ready. Well, guys, welcome on into my plastic synthetic home. As far as I'm aware, like I want to say 99% of this is just plastic and synthetic and there is no wood. Maybe there's like 0.1% of wood somewhere that maybe I've just like painted over it with a color to make it look synthetic, and I think I'm okay with that. So you guys can let me know if there's any wood that maybe I've missed, but this is what we've got going on here. I even got an orange mailbox to match the orange house, and it has a cute little face, so I'm very happy with that. Anyways, let's head on over to the house where we are greeted with intensity, we're greeted with color, we are greeted with everything that's synthetic, as much plastic, metal, glass, gold, aluminium, mirrors, as much of that as physically possible we have added here. We've got like synthetic little things that you maybe bought on Shein, you know, like cute little things, colorful, a lot of paint. It would definitely smell like plastic in this house. That's what I would like to think. The kitchen is honestly a work of art. I am so terrified of that countertop by itself, but I feel like here it is embraced by the like creativity and mess of everything else. So I think that it works really nicely in here. It is still a little bit terrifying, but it soothes my soul looking at that stove actually working, and the fact that I've used this and like combined it with some of the new swatches from the new kitchen clutter kit, absolutely like chef's kiss. I love it. I think it makes sense. We also have like a little plastic container of plastic cleaning supplies over there. I think that's really cool. We've got some pink now, pink coming through this side of the house. It's so cute and so inviting, and I feel like over here will kind of smell like strawberry shortcake. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but let's check out one of my favorite rooms I think I've done in quite some time, the bathroom. This is what we've got going on in the bathroom, and I think that is fantastic. I love it. I know the metal floor is a little bit overkill, but I love this. I love it. I don't know what you want me to tell you about this. This painting is amazing. We've got black on black on black with the white tiles. Stunning. 10 out of 10. I love it. I don't know. You guys might hate it, but I love it. I know there's a little bit of wood on that little like pulling out drawer thing, but I would just like to think it's not. I just like to think it's not. And I guess The Sims is all about perception and creativity. Anyways, let's head on over upstairs before I start making things up. As you head upstairs, you are greeted with this like metal kind of a filing cabinet that is still really empty, but I'd like to think it's being filled over time, or maybe we've recently cleaned this house. So then we've got this little pod, which I really like this idea of just like adding a little office space within your bedroom, because I can imagine maybe this person works from home and they were like, they used to just have like one empty space upstairs with their desk and their bed really close to each other. So when they worked, they felt like they were working in their sleeping space, which is not a really good thing. So maybe they've just put up these makeshift walls and created this little work pod where now they can work from home and their downtime is like separated from their work time. So I think that makes a lot of sense. I mean, you focus in this room? Probably not, but I really do love it. I probably should have made the corrugated metal go in one direction, but I kind of like how it's like not working and it's all clashing and it's not merging together. But this is what we've got as an office. Could you focus in here? Probably not, but I really love this room. And then this is our bedroom. This is definitely the weirdest and the most different bedroom I've done in quite some time. I mean, it still has some qualities that I'm used to, like my little bedside locker scenario, like my little, books and my little shelf. That's adorable, but it's still using some items that I'm obviously not used to, which I really, really like. I like that idea of using things that I don't normally use. But yeah, this is our bedroom. And then as you come out here, you've got a lovely little like fun hanging out dining space with these blow up couches. I cannot believe I actually used them in a build. I think it makes so much sense. And then when you drop yourself down here into the garden, you also have got this space, which I mean, with those oranges, these items look absolutely fantastic. By themselves, hideous, and I would never pick them up. But today, I want to give these items a round of applause. They are spotless, spot on, 10 out of 10. I love it. So yeah, guys, that completes my whole entirety of my synthetic plastic build. I know it's not totally perfect, and I totally get that, but I am so happy with the way this turned out. It just made me smile, and sometimes little builds like that are just so weird and like I'll never ever use them, I think they just make my day, because you kind of get to reset your brain a little bit and literally have fun in the game. Like, we don't need to be serious all the time. We can just like whack out a blue build like this and just have a lot of fun and pretend we're playing Barbie. So that is what I enjoyed about today's build. If this maybe sparked some other ideas that you guys would like me to try, please don't forget to let me know. Leave all of your suggestions in the comments. I love reading those. They really fuel my inspiration half the time. So if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe, and of course don't forget to use my creator code when purchasing any Sims game, Sandra Picca, at checkout in the promo code section, and that will absolutely make my day, because it does support my channel directly by giving me a small little cut of that profit going directly to me and supporting this. Whatever you think this is what you're supporting, so you best use my code. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye.